Welcome to Aisha's Take. I just want to talk about something empathy. Empathy is feeling for another person. The basic way I can explain it is putting yourself in another person's position and actually wanting to feel the pain and want to do something about it. And empathy in leadership is one of the things that we've really missed in Nigeria. And for me personally, with the coming 2023 election, my number one quality that I'm going to be watching out for, that I'm watching out for, is empathy. Who is it that is empathetic to the people? Who is it that feels the pain of the people? Who is it that understands what the people are going through and would want to bring them out of what they are going to their own level? There are people who want to help you, but they are not empathetic with your situation. They want to be the ones to be in a helping position. They want to be the ones to, from time to time, give you the crumbs that you need to survive, but they don't want you out of that situation so that you get to a place where you actually don't need anything from them. So empathy is what will make somebody want to take another person out of the condition they are, that is not very okay, and bring it to a more okay condition, even if it surpasses their own. And that is very critical when it comes to leadership. And for me, it's one of the things that have sort of like endeared me to Peter Obi, with the fact that I see the way it's human, talks to the people, relate to the people, and over the years, there's that empathy. So what empathy does is that when you get into power, you want to do for the people, you want to work hard for the people, you want to do the right things that will make the people to get the best. And even if you don't know certain things, because as a leader, you're not supposed to know everything. As a leader, you're not supposed to know everything, not anything, everything. But you're supposed to get people who actually know these things, who know it way better than you, and then give them the vision and watch them and supervise them as they go, take your vision beyond even what you imagine it to do. That's how you grow as a leader. That's what you do. Because when you get to the top as a leader, it's no longer about what is it that you can do. It's about what is it that your team can do. And the more you're able to assemble a great team that are going to do the work and fit into the right holes, round as pegs in round holes, square pegs in square holes, triangular pegs in triangular holes, they're fitting in, and then they're doing the work, then that's when you shine. When you're at a much lower level, when you're not a leader, it's just you. All the things that you do yourself, it shines. You're the one that takes the glory. It depends on how well you're able to work. But as a leader, it's no longer about how well you're able to work. It's about the team that you're able to put together and ensure that they give the best to Nigeria. And so as we go into the 2023 election, hopefully Mr. Peter Obi wins the 2023 election, which we're working towards. Like I always say, it's not going to be easy work. It's hard work, but it's doable, it's possible, and it needs people putting in the work. It's not the normal, usual Nigeria mentality where we expect, oh, you don't do anything and something comes. And no, everybody has to put in their best. And when he gets in there, it's to assemble the amazing team that Nigeria needs. Out of this whole country and abroad, there are so many amazing people who have the capacity to do a lot of things, and what we want is that team to come together and begin to work for Nigeria. The next thing also beyond empathy is on the issue of courage. You need a lot of courage to be able to have reforms done, because you're going to be marching on a lot of toes if you really want the right reform for the country to be done, because there are some people who they feed off the status quo. The fact that Nigeria is bad, the fact that Nigeria isn't working, that's how they are able to make it. And so they don't want that status quo to change. And so Nigeria works for only a few of them instead of Nigeria working for all of us. So you need a situation whereby you have a Nigeria that is working for everybody. And so how do you get that done? It's by ensuring that you get a team that has to do the work, and you have the courage to get it through, and not focus on the few that it will affect, but on the majority that will benefit from that. And the next thing we also want is the unity. We need a Nigerian talk. We need to sit down as a nation and begin to say that, yes, we understand. We have our similarities. We have our differences. We embrace our similarities, and we will also respect our differences, because our differences make us better and stronger when we utilize them properly. It's not to run away from it. And we must begin to tell ourselves, what is this nation that we have? What do we want to make of it? What are the things that we see? What's the Nigerian dream? What is it for every one of us being Nigerians? And is there a need for us to work together, or are we just wasting our time? We need to sit down and have this honest talk. 1914 was when the amalgamation was done, and that's 108 years ago. We weren't even here. Our parents weren't here. Some of us, our grandparents weren't even. Most of us, our grandparents weren't even born when that happened. And today we're still feeling the brunt. We need to sit down together and renegotiate our terms, and as a nation say, these are the things that we want. We want good governance. We want accountability. We want transparency. We want development. We want respect and dignity of human life. We want freedom of expression. We want freedom of assembly. We want a good constitution. We want good quality education. We want good healthcare system. We want unemployment to be reduced. We want reduction in poverty. We want full employment, so that when you know that there's no involuntary unemployment. And so what we want is a nation that really, really works for every one of us. And we can get that nation by working together and voting the right people into office, not just into the presidential seat, but also the gubernatorial seat, the Senate, the National Assembly, the state houses of assembly, and the local government. And together, and when they get into office, we continue to do our bit. While they continue to supply good governance, we continue to demand good governance. And that's how we'll get the Nigeria that works for all of us, where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. Thank you.